Alumnus of Edward M. Kenney Academy of Health Careers in Boston Public Schools. I'm the former student representative on the Boston School Committee for 2 years and former Boston Public Schools Student Advisory Council representative as well. In 2017, the Fordham Institute released a study highlighting 4 key elements for student success in education in the United States. 1, direct parent, guardian, and family engagement. 2, student and teacher relationships. 3, culturally and socially relevant content. And 4, teamwork and collaboration. Well, we know some of these things to be true based upon conversations that we had here in the State House last year as the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education planned to celebrate Lead the Nation, highlighting Massachusetts as #1 in the country for elementary and secondary education. But what also we did come out of that conversations was the problem of practice, that we do not consistently and authentically provide the same level of access and opportunity to our students of color. And this is important because I'm going to tell you a story right quick. There was a young man born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He took care of his grandmother who had Alzheimer's for nearly 8 years until her eventual death, providing for him and his 2 older brothers. This young man found solitude in education. He found peace and security at school with a teacher who not only looked like him, but who understood his struggle. A teacher who was able to relate with him. This young man, several years later, had the opportunity to move to Boston. And he worked with organizations such as Youth on Board and the Boston Student Advisory Council. And they gave him agency. That young man is standing here today in front of this room, sharing his story that an organization in the school district gave me agency and helped me realize the potential I had. I always knew I wanted to be engaged. I always knew what worked and what did not work for me. And that's what BSAC helped me realize. Youth on Board said, well, we see your potential. Now let us help you as allies. They didn't say, let us tell you what to say or what you need to succeed. They say, you have these, now let's work on them. Working on the school committee, I had the opportunity to sit in a room with my peers who asked for me, who selected me to represent the 57,000 students of Boston Public Schools, the underserved, the underprivileged, the underrecognized voice of Boston Public Schools, that every student has a voice and their voice is valuable. But how do we get them to the forefront to use their voice? We know that students care because we can go to school with students who are not engaged in the classroom, but that's the same student that you see at the rally fighting for youth jobs, or the same student leading the rally for school budgeting, for public school budgeting, or the same student who says, well, we want safe spaces for LGBTQ students in our schools. That's what youth voice has the power to do, to make change. So when we realize that we're not providing the same level of access to opportunity, we're suppressing the voices of those students who are the change makers. So when we invest in culturally and linguistically sustained practices within schools and social emotional wellness, we are showing students that we're making the extra step, taking the extra step to ensure that their voices are heard, that they are on the platform. And then we're not only grooming the students and the leaders of tomorrow, but the ones of today. Thank you for having me.